Hello, this is Ian with DC Digital, and today we're going to be showcasing our DC-150-TT-GPS Master Secondary White LED Temperature Clock. So what the customer aims to accomplish by utilizing this product is to simply tell the time of day via GPS connection while also showcasing the temperature that is outside. So as you can see, this is a master and secondary unit that displays the time of day via a GPS connection. So whatever is on the master, which is on top of the table, the secondary, which is at the bottom, will also display what the master is showcasing. So you can see that it's shifting back and forth, and it's displaying the time of day as well as the temperature, which is in Fahrenheit. It's also displaying the time zone, which the user can set via the dip switch. They can have it set to display the Mountain Standard Time, the Pacific Standard Time, all the four US continental time zones that the US has. So now I'm going to showcase the functions on what the dip switch can allow the user to set the time of day to. So behind our master enclosure, there is a junction box that houses a dip switch that allows us to perform a number of functions, which is to set the time of day from 12 to 24-hour format, whether to set it for daylight savings, which we don't have for this demonstration, and even set the desired temperature settings, such as setting it to Celsius and Fahrenheit. So right now I'm currently behind the master enclosure, and you can see in the first junction box that is where our dip switch is, and it also showcases the instructions on which buttons to switch on the dip switches and which to set off in order to make the desired accommodations. So first things first, we're going to showcase the time of day. We're going to showcase the time of day in the 24-hour format, and according to our GPS dip switch set, if we turn on switch 1, it will showcase the time of day in a 24-hour format, which you cannot currently see right now. It'll showcase the time of day that is 13, which is the same thing as 1 o'clock. So the third and fourth switches, and it says to have both of them turned off in order to display the time of day in Eastern Standard Time. But if we want to switch to Mountain Standard Time, we switch both of them on. And you should probably be seeing the time of day via Mountain Standard Time. The GPS connection will immediately accommodate to the switch, to what is on the switch, and it will readjust the time of day accordingly. So if we want to have it switch to Pacific Standard Time, we just simply switch off switch 4. Okay, you should see Pacific Standard Time in motion now. And if we want to showcase the Central Standard Time, we just turn off switch 3, and then we turn back on switch 4 alone. Okay, at this point you should probably see the Central Standard Time on. So I'm going to switch both of these back off so that way we can display the Eastern Standard Time. Okay, so we also have our GPS LED, which you see the green LED, that means that it is powered on, and the red LED, it blinks in a certain rhythm in order to tell the user what its status currently is. If it has 1 blink per second, that means that it has a good satellite reception. If it blinks twice, then that means that there is no satellite reception. And if it blinks 3 times, it means that there's no antenna connection. So I'm going to showcase the last 2 functions of the dip switch, which is to switch between Celsius and Fahrenheit. We currently have it set to display the temperature in Fahrenheit, and we do this by leaving both the 5th and 6th switches off. But if we want to have it display Celsius instead, it tells us to simply turn number 5 on. So in other words, we turn on the 5th dip switch, and now we just simply wait for it to cycle on through until it resets back to Celsius. And now you can see that it is now displaying the current temperature in Celsius. So very briefly going over the hardware aspect of this model, as you can see, both enclosures are an aluminum IP66 rated outdoor wet location that is coated in a tough fingerprint resistant black powder coating. The display size is 15 inches with a viewing distance of 750 feet away. The number of digits that both units carry are 4 digits that displays the time of day in a 12 to 24 hour format, while also showcasing the current temperature of -50 degrees Celsius and 90 degrees Celsius, as well as -58 degrees Fahrenheit and 194 degrees Fahrenheit, all in white LEDs. And it also has the option of showcasing the daylight savings. If we are currently in daylight savings, which we are currently not, but you can switch the dip switches to daylight savings time by having number 2 switched on and switching it off to disable it. Its power type is a waterproof junction box with pigtail wires inside. For mounting, we have our C-channel mounting rails on the back of the enclosures on both the master and the secondary. And last but not least, we have our wired master and secondary connection via a junction box that are currently wired together via our wire nuts, as you can see close to the center in between the master and the secondary. And it's very simple. You just put the green wires from the master and secondary together, and the same thing with the white wires from the master and the secondary. We also have our DC Temperature 1 outdoor temperature sensor with housing and 25 feet of cabling. We also have a GPS connection on the back of the display for the master, and it showcases the atomic time of day, with the default time of day being set to the 4 US continental time zones. So again, this is Ian with DC Digital, demonstrating our DC-150-TT-GPS master secondary white LED temperature clock. Thanks for watching.